This has been an incredible week from Noloco because they have pushed out tons of new updates. Things from enhancements to AI to updates in their forms and capabilities. But we've saved the best for last because in this video, I'm going to be going through the coolest new feature from Noloco, Spaces. So if you're ready to learn how to make your Noloco apps that much easier to manage, you're going to love this video. Stick around and let's get into it. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Gareth, and this is Gap Consulting. It's our mission to help you escape spreadsheets and unlock the potential of no-code tools. And one of my favorite no-code tools is Noloco. In this video, we're going to be showcasing how those larger clients, this is a feature that is specifically unique to the enterprise level. We're going to showcase how they can take advantage of the new Spaces feature inside of Noloco. Now, before we get to that, I first want to invite you to join me to grab my free templates. If you are new to no code and you're ready to escape spreadsheets, these templates are going to get you up and running quickly in no code. You can grab them at gapconsulting.io/templates, and each of these templates is accompanied by a video to get you up and running quickly. But without further ado, let's hop on into my screen and take a look at the new Spaces by Noloco. And here it is. Now, this is just demo dashboard stuff here, but you might notice a change to Noloco, and it's right here. So right under the logo for the app is the space. And this is going to allow us to now create multiple different spaces within the same application. So here I'm on the sales space, and you can see that it has its own look and feel. I'm looking at a pink dashboard on the side here. I've got leads, contacts, accounts, all of the different data and all the different pages in my app that relate to sales information. So it's very easy now to give someone the role of sales team, and now they immediately get access to this particular space. They're not floating all over the place looking at hundreds of different pages in a massive app that don't pertain to them. It's all sales data. But that's not all. Check it out. If we click on Spaces, we can flip through the different spaces that we have access to. Now, again, I'm doing this on a demo app, and I have admin access, so I can see all the spaces. But you can easily imagine that you have some people on your team that are only in one department, and they only need access to one of these spaces. So you can think of a space as effectively a mini app inside of your overall organization app. So let's take a look at the marketing team. You know, they might have a lot of the same data as sales, but some of it might be different because they serve different functions. Marketing space has a totally different look and feel. Yeah, it's got the same logo as our app, but you can see that this space has this blue or purple hue to it. And the data is different as well. Again, there's some overlap. I still have contacts, I still have accounts, but email campaigns, that sounds like something that is unique to marketing. And we can go through the list, right? Customer success, finance, project hub, all the way up to admin hub. Now I want to highlight for you that right here we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different spaces. And again, I have access to all of them because I am an admin inside of the app. So let's take a quick look at how you can get Spaces up and running inside of your Noloco apps. Remember, the first and most important thing here is that you are on that higher tier. The enterprise level plan is where you're going to get access to this feature. And the reason for that is simple. This is a feature that makes sense at the enterprise level. If you're not on the highest tier, you probably don't have a big enough app to justify this feature anyway. So inside of here, let's go into build mode first and foremost. In build mode, on the left-hand side, we see all of the different pages that have been built for this app. So I've got everything from contacts all the way down to payments and vendors and expenses and, you know, everything you could imagine. This is running an entire organization. But when it comes to pages, on the right-hand side, when we're looking to grant access to the spaces, it's all done here under visibility. So let's suppose that we said, you know what, projects, we need to drill into those. We click into projects, we click into visibility here, and we can see that projects, as you might expect, are currently visible to the Project Hub space. But how do we grant access to more spaces? It's a simple click. If marketing needs access to projects, just add it right there. Now, when we go back into the application, of course, we'll actually need to publish these changes to launch them to our team. But for us, when we go into marketing, we're going to see projects now inside of the marketing space. If we made a mistake and we don't want them to have that access, it's so easy to go back into build mode and remove access for the projects page and just get it out of the marketing space. So you can see how simple it is to push things into these different spaces so that your teammates can see exactly what you need them to see. Now, let's jump into impersonating someone else on the team. I'm going to go into the data itself here, and up here I've got my users. We can see test person with test at example, and they have the support role here. Let's go back now into the app itself. And we're going to impersonate this person. And we do that simply by going here and hovering over and selecting the view as another user. And we can go through the different users here. Now, test person, again, has a different role than I do as a team admin. So I will select this user. And when I'm viewing it from this example person, I have fewer spaces available to me. So we're able to control exactly what space is granted to the different user roles. It's all handled in that role category that you have back in your database, right? So in the data itself, in this case, the user table lives in Noloco, and my role is right here. And what people are able to see is all based on that information. Now, if you're wondering about creating new spaces or just in general customizing the look and feel of the space, we can get there in the settings. So here on the left-hand side of our screen, we will click settings, and in the upper section here, go to spaces. These are the different app settings, of course, and in spaces, we can create that new space. So if we just want to create a new one, simply select create new space, give it a name. We can choose an icon for it here and then assign a color theme as well. Note that you can even include a custom color and just enter in a hex code of your choice. Now from this place, we can also go into the visibility of the space and define what users have access to this and also what devices is this space going to be available on. So if you want to limit a space to just mobile or to desktop, you can do that. You can also limit the user types to internal or clients. So you could simply say, you have to have an internal email address in your email in order to get access to this. And in addition to that, we can also say that user roles with or without specific criteria can be added to this space. So this is how we can get really granular and say, hey, as soon as we add new users to our app, we can immediately choose what they can and cannot see based on the visibility of the apps that we've selected here. Now, when you're ready to edit other ones, you can simply click into them and you'll see the same thing here. These are the different user roles that have access to the sales space, for example. So I just created the new space 8, but when I click into the other spaces like sales or marketing or customer success, we see that they've already been adapted to be visible for specific users and that those permissions all live right here. So I hope you see how simple it is to create new spaces and assign pages to those spaces to make management of your app that much simpler. Now, obviously, we didn't call this out in particular, but the big thing that this is helping with is managing a lot of data across a massive application. And the fact of the matter is, as your organization grows, you're going to likely be building apps within apps. And that's exactly what we see here. It's basically saying that space, the marketing space, it's an app within the overall company app. So is the sales space. So is the finance space. And this allows you to grant immediate access to team members, but also manage your app from one universal place without having to have 10 different instances of your data. I know we went pretty quickly in this video. Obviously, there's a lot to cover with spaces, but I encourage you to give it a try yourself. If you haven't already, please sign up with Noloco using our affiliate link. It's a nice way for you to show some love back to the channel. That's it for this video. Hope you got a ton of value. If you have questions we didn't answer, swing by our website, but most importantly, keep on building.